Go. Okay, so while I like the movie, holy fuck, this is a video game. Like, I'm literally watching a Let's Play. Like, holy shit. Like, don't get me wrong. And Markiplier, I know you probably never will, but if you watch this video, it was a good movie. And I'm not saying you, but holy shit, it felt like I was just watching a Let's Play. My goodness. And sorry for the swearing.
I guess to give you context, because you did, I asked you not to watch any playthroughs before this movie, so you could get like a full effect. So the original Iron Lung game is exactly what you saw in the movie. You are in a submarine. You are going around. You are taking pictures. Mm-hmm. At the end of the game, regardless of where you are, what you do, a giant creature at the very end bursts through the submarine, killing you. That is the game. You take pictures.
That's it? You can't do anything else?
Can't do anything about it. You are dead. Now, that's why that was probably so first off, actually there were more buttons on the console in the movie than there were in the game. Honestly, not wasn't the authentic, because it's just a button you press to go forward. But no, like, it is a very bare bones game. I would have, like, it's like a 15-minute playthrough, assuming they don't waste time.
No wonder Charlie hated it.
Oh yeah, no, there's not a lot to do there. If you don't have the, I'm not gonna say anything, because if they ever end up watching this video, I was gonna say if you don't have the personality to entertain that long. But Charlie's a popular guy.
No, yeah, but okay, so like we're just gonna get. I think we could literally sum up the plot in like 5 sentences. So there's a prisoner, Simon, on a boat, and he has to take pictures of the ocean.
Yes.
And he ends up basically fighting Cthulhu's like second cousin.
Yeah, none of that was in the game.
So what the hell is the game then?
So the only thing in the game is taking the pictures.
Hang on. Before we go on, that's literally the whole movie. Like, there's submarine stuff goes wrong, and then eldritch horror stuff happens.
I was honestly kind of surprised there was less repair moments. There's a lot more moments where Markiplier's kind of like freaking out and stuff. I thought there was going to be more time of like trying to keep the actual submarine.
Well, you have to ask yourself, what would be more interesting? Watching Markiplier for the 5th time go and patch a leak, or watch him lose his mind?
Well, you don't have to do it every time, but like not even once.
I mean, he stopped the fire.
That fire felt obligatory, because in the game it just randomly catches on fire.
And I don't even think the fire was real. I think the fire was a figment of imagination too. I don't even think that was a real portion.
That was no, I'm pretty sure that one was real, because that was before he got hit the first time, I think.
No, I think he. So here's. Okay, so this is gonna be more of like a speculation discussion video than review. So were the humans monsters?
No.
Because when he x-rayed them, they look like fucking monsters.
No.
And that's why he looked all weird too.
No. So the way in Iron Lung, what he saw, there are 2 people in that picture.
Yeah, but he saw that entity.
The creature, yeah.
Yeah.
So they know there's something there.
Uh-huh.
They just don't tell him there's something there, which I don't remember in the game. I think in the game they did know something might be there, because so the computer in the back, when the game first came out, there was no computer. It was literally just a submarine, and that was it.
It honestly looked like DLC even in the movie.
Yeah, because randomly out of nowhere, there's a computer.
No, as soon as you saw the computer, I was like, that's DLC.
Because
you can't convince me that wasn't DLC.
Because I think he started making the movie before the lore DLC dropped, and that's why I think that doesn't look like the computer's in there at the start, because they had a submarine set for the first part, and then when the computer came out, they probably had to reshoot a couple things.
And that was really well done. So here's the thing, though. Now, we're discussing it. We're going through it. It's a good movie. It is a good movie. I enjoyed it. 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So, Mark, if you're watching, we enjoyed it. We're just going to talk about, because I know nothing about it. Apparently, there was nothing about it until, like, recently.
Well, no, there was a lot of, no, so the lore came out, like, I think it was, like, a year after the game.
Well, yeah, because I think he was developing this for, like, 3 years,
Yeah, he's been doing this for, like, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Quiet Rapture was on point. Eden being Eden's attack and everything, big part about that. In the original game, it was speculated you were one of the people who attacked the base, but I guess in this movie, they went with that as the main story premise. Not enough to detract the point, and you don't know this because you didn't play the game, but the biggest letdown in the movie was that they didn't have the iconic eye picture, and I don't think you've ever seen it. But in the game...
Well, there was a bunch of pictures of the eye, though.
Well, There's
no.
one.
Well, hold on. There was one though where he took it and the camera zooms in on it like you were supposed to be mesmerized.
But that's not the picture. So the way it works, that's also probably my one criticism about the movie is the monster gets confirmed immediately, which I wasn't the biggest fan of.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't want to be that guy, but I feel like they were showing us so many pictures that I didn't know what the fuck I was supposed to be looking at.
Just like the game.
And I was just like, no, but it kept zooming in and music, and I was like,
There were a few things.
I was like, is that a rock?
So there were a few things that were a little missed opportunities on the pictures. So the basic lore, they give it to you straightforward. Quiet rapture happens. Basically, everyone disappears. What's left of humanity is either fighting against each other or trying to band together to stay alive. They're not doing a good job for obvious reasons. You know, they make a tinfoil submarine and send you to the lowest possible depth where you're not supposed to go. I don't think there was an oxygen meter in the game that mattered. I think there was one, but like you always die before it ever hits 0. But so where was I? So there were 3 locations. So in the game, you have to take 8 pictures. I think it was. I don't think it was 5. I think it was 8. I could be wrong about that. But there were 3 locations that weren't on the map that you could find randomly taking pictures that would show you more lore about the game before the lore update. The first was the crashed submarine because at that point you weren't aware there was another one. That was added later on. The second was, I believe it was the no, not the bones of the creature. No. I think the second one was the underground city, and that's the one where I was kind of upset we didn't get any pictures of that one. Because at some point you can just diverge off the map completely off of it, and you take a picture, and what very clearly looks like a building is there, like ruins of some kind.
Well, we saw like trees.
The tree, I think...
He even put, like, weird-ass trees, or...
I think the tree might have been in the game, but I don't remember that being the third picture. But no, so in the game, you don't know there's a creature with you. You have no sensors, no nothing. You are given directions, given a map, and I think the map was one-to-one with the game, actually, so that was a real nice touch. And randomly out of nowhere, after you take, like, 4 or 5 pictures, you take a picture, and there's just a giant eye staring at you. And... it's such a just what the fuck moment because at no other point do you think there's anything out there with you. But obviously in the movie they went for the creature's more active from word go.
Well,
the Bones movie was actually kind of cool though. I wasn't expecting that one.
Well,
that was
isn't the bones like a living thing too? Isn't that what's implied?
No. The bones are just bones. I was under the impression because I think they were correct. I think he was correct that the creature was moving the bones.
Oh.
If the bones were alive, then I missed the subtlety of that one. Then that would just be on me.
See, that's the thing. Like, obviously, there's supposed to be a mystery to it, right? But like, I feel like not playing the game and even playing like the game, it sounds like it wouldn't answer anything.
Well,
but it's like I feel like there's so this game. It's gonna sound weird, but reminds me more of Call of Cthulhu. Did you hear a long time ago we saw those and we're like. The guy, whatever the fuck his name is, like, sees Cthulhu, and then shit hits weird, and then it's not. That's what it felt like it wanted to be. And that's just, and so, my biggest gripe with this is, like, so, were there 2 entities? Because the one where he's in the weird fucking blood slave thing wasn't the same entity as the one that killed him.
So, in the movie, I think there were 2, but... the one that was controlling the blood was the same one that was after him.
Well, because the thing is, one was saying don't do it, and the other one was saying do it.
So this is where it diverges completely from the game. In the game, there is no like blood dimension, there is no like hallucination, and the creatures never talk to you. The dead don't speak in the game. They're just dead, like they're supposed to be.
Yeah, like what the fuck was that guy? That could be in his boat. Was it him? Was it him? Like
you know,
leading him?
I was actually thinking when we saw the monster in the chair that we were going to find out that after Markiplier came back from that blood dimension, that he was now part of the submarine and that someone else was now inside of it.
That's what I was thinking
That's what I thought it was going to be.
No, but if you remember, that's the same guy you saw at the start, right? Where he turns around and he sees it go behind the wall, and that's where he sees the fucking DLC panel.
True, that is true.
Yeah, that's why. So I'm like, this motherfucker. And then also, it's implied that it's the one that took off the tape the first time.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It might very well be, because the first time you assume the tape got taken off naturally, but then it's heavily, it sounds like it's peeling off on
No. You straight up see a fucking shadow in the light of the camera.
I feel like that
you see a shadow
I feel like in the case of the movie, because the movie doesn't explain it, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been the original guy who he had the medallion
His brother or whatever?
Well, brother in spirit situation, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cthulhu stuff wasn't there to begin with. I did like the Quiet Rapture lore. I do kind of like the idea that the only creatures still left alive are the ones trying to prevent the idea of life surviving. Because it looks like It sounds like the creature in the movie, their purpose is to let mankind and life die off, so the quiet rapture never happens again, because I guess the light of the quiet rapture, there's something more beyond that. And it was the best direction you could have taken the lore of Iron Lung, because if it wasn't like Cthulhu-esque or something like that, like the game's very much just like, you're fucked.
I feel like the problem with that though is I feel like.
And then Matt made a video saying why they're not actually fucked, if they actually were smart about it.
I feel like I didn't like how, and again, Markiplier, for whatever reason you're watching this, I know it's your passion project, not docking you, bro, and maybe you can elaborate, maybe you want to comment on a very small channel, but I don't know. I get it's a suspense movie. I get it's based off a video game. I get the video game didn't tell us much. But when they're making it as a movie to watch, which either, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the people there were old. I doubt they're Markiplier fucking fans. I thought they were people who just wanted to watch a movie, right?
I'm fairly confident they came with like their grandkids or
maybe,
something.
but I don't like the half. There's no other way to say it. The half-assed. Oh, it's an Eldritch horror movie now. But we're not going to tell you anything, and because, for instance, I want to go watch a YouTube video now, but you're telling me if there's nothing fucking explaining really what we saw, then I'm like, the burden of proof kind of falls on the movie, but I get it, because you can make the excuse of, well, it's a horror suspense movie, it's not supposed to, but it's also like, dude, like, what the fuck was going on there at the end? Like, was he supposed to do it? Was he not supposed to do it? Was the light evil? Was the light good? Was there two fucking entities? Like, it's just like, so I give it an 8 out of 10, because I honestly left unsatisfied, because I'm just like,
it's not the.
And then on top of that, so is the fucking blood infectious? Are they gonna grab the black box and the whole human colony just dies? Like, what the fuck? Like, it just leaves so much.
So a few tidbits on that one. The blood's shown to be acidic earlier on, but doesn't really reference. It never really gets brought up again.
Well, no, because it goes into his fucking eyes, and that's where we have to assume he starts going crazy.
Well, no, like it's acidic. It burns through his skin, and then it also it burns through his skin as well in his arms. But the issue is that, like, it also burned a little bit through the metal earlier on, which that was not in the game. The blood being acidic was not in the game.
What the fuck was that other goo? Because I imagine that was from the game.
The goo in his hands?
No. Like, throughout it, it's like, oh, there's some weird liquid. It's condensation. That's not condensation. I imagine that's something from the game.
I'm fairly confident that was oxygen. Oxygen in tanks is liquid.
Maybe.
I was fairly confident that was supposed to be oxygen.
Well, I mean, he to be fair, he did say that there was no CO2 sweeper or whatever.
Yeah, no, because why would they, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, but, so... that's just not the genre. Most original cosmic horror and a lot of cosmic horror does not answer questions.
Yeah.
Because that's not what they're there for. They're there to present you with the mystery, show you how a person interacts with it, which is obviously Markiplier tearing off his arm. Great effects on the arm tear. Great effects.
No, it was a good movie. Great, but it does feel like sequel baiting, kind of. A little bit. That is
why I'm a little curious on myself, because they show the black box get recovered at the end. I would have assumed we would never I was under the impression we weren't going to see what happened to the black box. I thought what was going to happen is Markiplier, or what Simon, as his character is called, would just open the porthole and we would never see what happens. He makes his decision.
Yeah, that whole thing with you want the butcher, here's the butcher. What the fuck was he cutting?
That was probably the one. Well, it was teeth. It was biting into it already at that point.
Oh, okay.
But no, that was probably be my one, like, narrative complaint, is like in the last half hour of the movie we get a massive lore drop about his past in, like, dialogue,
which still doesn't even, like, make sense.
Well, I mean it does. They're soldiers. They fight. They kill. Like, that's fine. It's just that, like, kind of feels a little shoehorned in at the very end.
That's why I'm saying, and I think this movie suffered very hard. Like, the ending, unfortunately, suffered very hard from, like, Alien versus Predator, Requiem, where it just turns really fucking dark, and it's kind of hard to see everything going on. Like, I get that the aesthetic, that the red crimson of the blood and everything, but I'm like, but from just watching it, it's like, I don't, like, for instance, you're saying it was the teeth. You could have told me it was its fucking nutsack. I don't know what the fuck was happening.
I'm fairly confident that object changed in mid-shot. Because at first, I thought it was like sinew, like blood sinew.
Yeah, and then it turned...
then into teeth afterwards. So I'm fairly confident.
When he cut it. Yeah.
I think he sees one thing, and what's actually happening is the
other. And then what happened? Did the ship blow up at the end?
Yeah, I guess it did. Which raises...
So, did he kill it? Like...
I think he killed the creature. Because that was one part I was confused on.
Yeah.
When the visuals kick in, you see it biting down... But then it does like an explosion outwards. And I think I do see the creature's teeth flying out. Now, it's possible the creature survived because this wouldn't be its first time doing it. Maybe, maybe it actually didn't die. But I was under the impression it died there.
Well, no, because it looks like the hull blew up. Whereas the other ones, it looked like it just bit in.
That's also possible, too.
Well, I mean, the other ones. The
but
other
he
one
doesn't really do anything to cause it to blow up, like, as far as we know. As far as we tell. Because that's what I thought he was going to do.
Maybe because he rammed into it? And it was already compromised? Something?
Maybe it was weaker or something. I don't know. Because that's what I thought was going to happen. I thought he was going to go into the guts, set the engine up, and then just like light it on fire and blow it up. But no, he's there for the black box. A lot of unanswered questions, but that's the genre you kind of sign up for. You're mainly here for you're here for his story, not for the whole story.
Well, the thing is kind of going what you're saying with the whole, you want the butcher... I don't know what the fuck that was all about, or his mom too out of nowhere, that I'm like, we just got these random statements where we have to put it together that, okay, so his mom was a bad person?
No, she was just a mom. So
it's kind of implied that she sucked.
The mom statement is in reference to the idea that, like, all you do is cause death. Like, is this what your mother raised you to be? Like, it's a generic mother line. The butcher one, again... Probably the weak point of the lore of the like narrative of the movie. You randomly get a butcher statement halfway through, because I thought we were gonna get a flashback scene where he's trying to stop his brothers or something, or like kill them. I was under the impression there was gonna be something like that. But man, they really stuck to being inside that submarine for the whole movie. I appreciate that.
And hallways. There was one hallway where that guy blows up when the whatever the fuck blows up, and he's like, just do something, and then he blows up.
I'm trying to remember that moment.
It was like the only flashback when he was a kid.
Oh yes,
I remember. He sees the guy and the guy blows up. So
and there was also the tree. There was also the tree flashback at one point.
So a cube, a tree, and a rectangle. Riveting.
Immaculate. But yeah, no.
Again, Markiplier. If for whatever reason you're watching, God bless you, and it's a great movie. And obviously, this isn't a critique towards you. It's just a critique towards I guess the genre as a whole, like you're saying.
I'm assuming the original creator had some say in the lore tidbits.
Well, he was in it because at the credits you saw, what's his name? David Shavitsky?
Yeah.
David Shavitsky as himself. So he was in it.
Maybe he was the guy in the front who like sends you back down.
Well, I don't know. It just says as himself. So I don't know if he narrated the intro or something, but it literally says as himself, not as a character.
Maybe he's the creature who looks red. But no, overall with what they had to work with, it was pretty solid. As far as I know, there wasn't any new lore given in the lore updates. I could be wrong about that.
I generally think that tonight I'm gonna go watch a lore video or something, see if like
you can check if they explain any more. Because as far as I know,
because it was cool, and that's what I will say about Markiplier. That's what I will say about this movie that it was made. It's a good movie. It really feels like I'm watching a Let's Play, but it's enjoyable. It makes me want to learn more about the lore. Of course, as we're talking, as I'm learning, not much is explained in the game itself. Who knows with the DLC, right? That was added, who knows? But,
well, I'm hoping updates to the DLC, because I know what the first DLC came out with. It was just telling you about the space stations and all that space station stuff and all that space stuff, that was added in a DLC. Like, all the names and everything, that was DLC added.
I don't know, that was still weird when he took the picture of everybody. They literally look like fucking monsters, though. Like they even look like weird alien motherfuckers. Like, it looked weird. Now, of course, the implication what you're saying that there was a third creature there.
I think they're not. I think there is two people in the creatures, like corpse or something. Because as far as I know, there were no aliens in it. Now maybe she's the only one that's human, but we also see the other two are human.
Yeah.
So I would assume the other guy just looks really weird.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. He has got a weird spine.
just weird spine, arm length, and everything. Just like, hey.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good movie.
Yeah, it's not.
No, again, it was a good movie, but like I'm saying, like it's a little kind of frustrating because it's like there's just not a lot explained, but a lot's given. And to our knowledge, there's not going to be a part 2. There's not a continuation of this. There's no like novel that explains, oh well, this is what was happening. Like it's kind of just like
it's just.
Because I will say too, like I get why they did it, but I wish they would have added subtitles.
Yeah.
Like especially when everybody started talking,
Mm-hmm.
like. Again, maybe that's the point, right? You're supposed to be distorted, it's supposed to be random. But he was replying like we were supposed to know. And I'm like, so you want me to listen? But I can't listen because the blood rushing in is too loud. Like
I could understand most of what they were saying, but I could not tell you which one was the one.
I could understand like 85 of it.
Yeah,
85%
85
of it.
to 90% I could understand.
And like the other bit that was important was like, because it'd be like, oh, rah, 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 I'm the one who told you to put the what. And I'm just like, oh, okay, so that's him. Who the fuck is that? It's like, who's that guy? It's just like.
Yeah, very much just Eldritch horror, Cthulhu, because you're not getting anything explained.
I thought at first that creature was Cthulhu, because at first you see it from afar, and you look, and when you first see the entity, it's like from a side shot. So you see Markiplier standing, and you see the screen, and in the screen you see on far off like some weird like tentacle thing, and I was just like, oh, it's fucking Cthulhu. It's him.
Hang on, I think to get a proper understanding here, you need to see what the creature looked like in the game. There you go, that's it. Because you only get a front shot of it.
That's literally that one fucking fish.
Yeah, but that's what it looks like in the game, and that's the eye that I wish would have popped up at some point.
I think it did.
No, it wasn't the exact same. They could literally just taken the picture. Come on now. Come on.
A 1 for 1
is literally a PNG. Come on.
It's like it should have been a 1 for 1.
If they can get Matt Pat to say a theory in a movie, he can get the picture of the eyeball.
Matt Pat's in the movie?
No.
Oh.
I'm like,
I was like, fucking where? I didn't hear it. His wife would have been annoyed. No, okay. But yeah, good movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was great to see this come to life, like my brother said in the other video. Clearly, he was passionate about it. He put his all into it. He was throwing himself everywhere. He was doing flips and hurting himself. And it was not to say seeing him hurt was enjoyable, but it was enjoyable to see it be real and not like a cut.
I can't help but wonder if for a lot of those blood moments, if there was a stunt double for some of those areas. I would assume so, but because when he was
no, I doubt it. I really much feel like he's like a Tom Cruise type guy.
If he did all those shots himself, that was impressive because I could easily imagine someone choking or shit like that in between those shots where the blood just keeps rushing in.
Yeah, especially because that's probably like that. What is it? That's starch.
It's probably starchy blood.
Yeah, not starch. What is it?
There's a term for it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
It's fake blood. Yeah. I gotta buy some edible one later. But yeah, no, that. I mean, spoilers, I guess, guy takes pictures, gets radiated 3 billion times over, because I don't know if you paid attention.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you're fine, dude. Oh, it looks at it, use at your own peril. Oh, gee, thanks.
I want to say, I think the hardest thing too is obviously I've never played the game, but they kept having some shots that I imagine were reminiscent of the game.
Yeah,
like,
the bones.
like well, not just the, no. I mean, like in the sub, like it kept showing the bag of binders. Even though nothing happened with it, but they kept going to that. Like, I don't know how it works.
As far as I remember, there is no instructions in the game, like in a bag of binders. You do get the letter from the previous inhabitant telling you you're screwed.
Well, I don't know, because they kept going back to that that shot a lot, where they just showed the binder.
I think...
And I'm not... Obviously, there's a portion where he's looking at it, right? But there was, like, 10 other shots of just the book binder, and nothing happens to it.
That shot was to establish a normalcy and, like, mundaneness about it. Because it is a horrific situation... But then you just see a bunch of just random freaking books just going back and forth.
Yeah, no, they easily could have cut that whole bit out. Like and I think Charlie said it, and I have to agree. The first like 40 minutes of the movie could have been 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And nothing would have changed. The suspense would have been there. The buildup would have been there. It's just like 30 minutes of Markiplier turning left, turning right, and taking a picture. And at that point, you aren't even seeing the monster yet.
But that's what I'm here for.
I mean, yeah.
There was actually
Simon, sorry, his character's name's Simon.
No, it's Markiplier. There was one issue I did have with the pacing of the movie, and that was that oxygen made no sense for its actual speed.
Especially if he was gone for 3 days. Like, I get that there's supernatural elements going on and whatever, but
I'm
it's
assuming
still...
the light was real and that whole section was real, and that when he wakes up through it, that's why he's still alive. But the oxygen disappears in like 20, the first 20 minutes. The next one disappears like an hour later, and we don't get... There's no time frame because there's no clock for obvious reasons. And then the third one disappears, and the fourth one just never...
Can I say, too, where she's like, you have 30 minutes, and he's like, I can do it. And I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? That stuff goes like 2 miles per hour. You're literally over 1,000 kilometers away.
Damn right it is.
It's just like...
Honestly, never really made sense why they couldn't just give him more oxygen. No, I guess because it's sealed so tight, they never expect... Seems like a really just bad design in general not to at least give the guy oxygen. Because, like, how do you stop a guy from killing himself then? If he can just, like, give the man some oxygen, what's wrong with you? I think what I would have cared about more, and what I think should have been explained a little better, is what was the captain's connection to the previous ship. Because she would have no idea what's on it, but the second she heard that number... She was all over, we need that. Why?
Yeah, because it's like so...
What about it was so special? There's...
Well, I think it goes back to what you were saying, that they obviously know there's something down there. They know there's things down there. But it's like, but she was making it sound like this is life or death. But then when he starts hearing the playback, they're just talking about the light. So did they know about the light already? Why didn't they just send him the light? Like, because literally in her message, she's like, we went to 1626, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so if they knew about it, why didn't they just tell Simon to go there to begin with? Like, it's just like, I don't know. Like, okay, it's a movie, right? And so Eldritch Horror, it's supposed to be all this.
It would have worked a lot better if it had just played off as a sequel to the first game, instead of being what appears to be a retelling of the first game, or of the only game, I guess would be the right way of saying it.
Yeah, I thought it was 2 and 3 because I saw in all the comments. So, Mark, when's 2 and 3 coming out?
Well, obviously, I think that's in reference to, like, is he going to expand the lore here on this one? But I would assume this is a one-and-done movie, and I think it should be a one-and-done movie.
Have you ever seen gameplay, or well, I know you didn't play it, but did you ever see gameplay for Still Wakes in the Deep? Or Still Wake? Yeah, I think it's Still Wake in the Deep, I think that's what it's called.
No, I'm actually not a fan of Cosmic Horror.
Oh, you're not?
Well,
and you gave us a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
And it's not your genre?
Well, because I wasn't bored. And my criticisms are part of the genre. It's not that I don't like cosmic horror. It's just that it's very common nowadays, and not everyone does it well. So it's like, you have the OG Lovecraft. You got masterpieces like Signalis and like A World That Shouldn't Exist on YouTube. You should watch that one. That's a great one for King in Yellow. And then you have a bunch of trash and like other games that try and do cosmic horror that they just don't do it properly. They don't do it justice.
Like that one with what's her face where she kills Cthulhu. Like it had nothing to do with Eldritch Horror, and then out of nowhere, like they like, hey, something's coming, and then you see Cthulhu for no reason.
It is a very hit or miss genre. Not every story in it's good, but it's that's why it's not my favorite. Like not one of my favorites.
If you guys are still here watching this video, I appreciate it. But no, so there's always sometimes when me and my brother watch random YouTube clips, and there was one of some underwater substation, and it's just like, oh, they're trapped underwater, and sure enough, the sub's breaking, whatever, they're trying to get out, and out of nowhere, fucking Cthulhu just shows up for no fucking reason. It's like nothing in the movie led up to it. Nothing was talked about. They were never like, hey, you think we're alone? Like, nothing happened out of nowhere. Cthulhu. And it's Cthulhu. It's like not something else.
Point is, overall, even with spoilers, it's a very bare bones movie. It's the same premise, just a guy trying to survive in a coffin for the most part. Great special effects.
Yeah.
Narrative could use a bit of work, but it was nothing that made me feel like I should detract from it directly.
It felt like a video game, which is what it was supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, like, I would still give it a 9 worst case scenario.
But you want to know what? There would be subtitles in the video game.
Not all of them, fan. Not all of them.
That's
I wish.
true.
Yeah, no. Overall, if you got the money and you're bored, I'd say give it a watch. Definitely would recommend it.
Yeah, I'd say watch it too. I'd say support it. So obviously Hollywood sees that, oh crap, we can't just spend, millions and millions of dollars on making pieces of crap, and this is a very enjoyable movie. Markiplier, if you watch this, which I doubt you will, but who knows? It's your passion project, you know. Thank you for making this movie. It was fun.
Yep.
Hopefully more comes like it, or more games like it come out. I think it was well done.
Yeah.
And so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see what the next movie that we watch together will be. Yeah.
How empty is this parking lot again?
Oh, somebody just parked in front of us.
Phew.
Because the thing is, he doesn't really like watching movies anymore. Like,
Me?
much, yeah.
Oh, I never really liked watching movies all that
Yeah,
much.
and then I watch movies periodically. If they're not something I already like, it's kind of hard. But we'll try to find something around the summertime. See, to watch something, then maybe something around Christmas will come out.
We'll see.
I know Dead by Daylight's supposed to come out allegedly this year.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, they're doing a from I think it's the creator of Saw. Yeah, the creator of Saw, either the creator of Saw or the director of the first Conjuring is directing it.
That sounds awful.
What do you mean? Didn't you like Until Dawn? We should have watched that one too, actually. That had nothing to do with the fucking game. I don't know if you've seen any clips of that, but that had nothing to do with the fucking game.
I'm good. I'm good, Chief. I'm good on that one.
Or. No, I can't.
But yeah, no.
I can't believe Markiplier gave up FNAF for this. No, I can't imagine.
I do have to wonder how much on location shooting required him to be far away, because he wouldn't even do a cameo for the FNAF movie.
Well, I'll say he wanted to, but he was filming this movie.
Yeah, that's why. So like, where's the movie being shot at? Like, there's no way he found an empty lake and filled it with blood. So like, I really.
Yeah, so they weren't. I'm not sure if you noticed, but the window was closed.
That's why. So like, what were you doing, or why was your schedule so tight you couldn't have made a cameo in like a franchise that also propelled you into like?
I thought there was gonna be more with that too. With the front porthole, like I thought there was gonna be more moments where like
I thought it was gonna turn into a tree, to be honest with you. Like not like a literal tree, but I thought the cracks were gonna become more tree-like as the.
Well, because that's what the glass is from, right?
From that place. So that's why I was expecting that. There were some letdowns. I still think 10's fine for what it was, for what the source material was. I was very satisfied.
I don't like how much it blue balled us with the fucking jump scares. Like, it really clearly, like, you, for those of you who don't know, like, he isn't a fan of jump scares, so he was preparing, but it never came.
I keep forgetting to bring some, like, earplugs next time.
Yeah.
These horror
Well,
movies.
you know what, I'll just try more next time. Because it seems like that's the only thing we're really watching are, like, suspense movies. Like FNAF's not horror, but it's definitely on the horror side of things.
FNAF's a lot better about it than the other ones are, because, like, that one trailer beforehand with the passenger.
Did that actually scare you?
That one so it didn't scare me, but the jump scare caught me off guard because I wasn't.
No, because the chick next to me was like, ah! I was like, did you not see that coming? Like,
what I.
And then also, do you want to know what killed me about those type of jump scares? You can see the cut.
Yeah.
You can see it. It cuts. It's in, and I'm like, well, that's not really that scary.
Wouldn't have been an iron lung.
Yeah. No. What a stupid premise for a movie, too. You and your friend are driving in the woods. Your friend takes a piss, and then it comes. Who?
The passenger.
They really said, hey, man, I got an idea.
Listen. Put the passenger on an airplane for 8 hours and you got yourself a horror movie there.
They really said, hey, boss, I got an idea.
Yeah. Overall good, solid. Overall good, solid. I think worst I would have given it would have been a 9, but I think
I would say we should watch that movie just for the shits. Now that we're talking about it, clearly, you know.
Well, we'll see what happens. It's not really my favorite genre.
I don't know what the fuck genre that is. It's supposed to be horror, but it's half comedy.
I'm fairly confident not everyone's gonna die after taking a piss in that forest. I wanted to ruin the movie. They're all pissing on the passenger's corpse the whole time.
When Mother Nature strikes back. Like, but yeah, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Who knows what the next movie review is? I'll probably have more Destiny videos up sometime soon. But thank you guys for watching. God bless you guys, and stay safe. Adios.